Good day, everyone. I stand before you today with a message of empowerment, a call to action that holds the key to unlocking the potential within you. So often we wait for the world to speak blessings over us, but I want to remind you today you have the power to speak blessing over yourself. Your words are not idle, they are the instruments through which you shape your future, influence your circumstances, and define who you are. Every day you speak to your life whether you realize it or not. And here's the truth, you are the prophet of your own destiny. What you declare over your life becomes your reality. The Bible says that life and death are in the power of the tongue. What does this mean? It means that the words you speak carry weight. When you speak blessing, you are declaring to the universe that you are not subject to the limitations of your circumstances, but rather to the abundance of possibilities that await you. Too many of us walk through life believing that our current struggles define us. We speak words of defeat, uncertainty, and fear. And the problem is, when you speak these things, you give them life. You empower your fears. You empower your doubts. But I want to challenge you today, start speaking blessings over yourself. Speak health into your body when the sickness comes. Speak peace into your heart when chaos surrounds you. Speak success into your mind when failure tries to convince you that you're not enough. Your words will not just change your present moment, they will transform the trajectory of your life. You see, the mind is a powerful thing, but the tongue is the trigger that activates what the mind believes. When you speak, you set into motion forces that work on your behalf, forces you can't always see with your natural eyes, but forces that are shaping your future. I want you to understand that speaking blessings isn't about wishful thinking, it's about faith in action. When you speak with conviction, when you declare what you believe is already yours, you are partnering with the creator of the universe. Your words align with his will for you. So what will you speak? Will you declare that you are blessed, that you are favored, that you are more than a conqueror? Will you speak abundance into your life and not scarcity? Will you speak strength over your weakness, courage over your fear, and hope over your fear, and hope over despair? These are the declarations that will reshape your future. But let me remind you, this is not a one-time event. To speak blessing upon yourself is a daily practice. It's a mindset. It's a lifestyle. And consistency is key. The more you speak, the more you reinforce the truth of who you are and what you are capable of. When the storms of life come, and they will come, your words of blessing will be your anchor, your shield, and your guide. Your words are not just for today, they are for generations. When you speak blessing upon yourself, you are not only changing your own life, you are creating a legacy for those who will come after you. Your children, your grandchildren, your community all will be impacted by the words you speak today. So speak blessing upon yourself. Speak life. Speak victory. Speak success. Speak peace. Speak love. Speak the greatness that you are destined for. And watch as your words build the life you were always meant to live. Words have incredible power, more than most of us realize. We tend to take them for granted, thinking they are just sounds or symbols used for communication. But in truth, words are forces. They have the ability to create or destroy, to build up or tear down, to inspire or discourage. From the very beginning of creation, we see that God used words to shape the world. Let there be light, and there was light. Words initiated existence itself. When you speak, you don't just communicate ideas, you release energy into the atmosphere. Your words go out into the world and begin to work on your behalf, often in ways that are unseen. Think about how words have shaped the course of history. Every breakthrough, every innovation, every moment of change started with someone saying something, speaking an idea into existence. But it doesn't only work on a global or monumental scale, it works in your individual life as well. The words you speak have the power to shape your destiny, to direct your path, and to alter your circumstances. The reality is, what you say over yourself, what you say to others, and even what you say to your own heart can shape who you become. Words can create your identity. When you speak negativity, doubt, or self-criticism, you're not just stating facts, you're allowing those words to become the framework of your life. Over time, they carve out a space in your mind and soul, molding your beliefs, your actions, and your responses. On the other hand, when you speak words of affirmation, of faith, of encouragement, you are inviting growth, strength, and opportunity into your life. Your words become seeds planted in the soil of your future, and like any seed, they grow and eventually bear fruit. What you speak is like planting a tree that will one day offer shade, fruit, and shelter. It's not a matter of magical thinking or superficial optimism. It's about aligning your words with the principles of life that are already embedded in creation. We often underestimate the long-term effect of our words. A single word of encouragement can change the course of someone's life. A single moment of speaking faith into your own heart can shift your entire mindset and open doors you never thought possible. What you speak about yourself is especially powerful. When you speak negativity over your own life, you're declaring limitations that were never meant to hold you back. The moment you speak belief into your own potential, however, you begin to step into your true identity and power. You affirm your worth, your abilities, and your God-given purpose. The universe doesn't respond to your fears or doubts. It responds to your belief in your own capacity to grow, to rise, and to achieve. It's important to remember that speaking words of blessing isn't just for the good times. When life gets tough, when circumstances are overwhelming, the words you speak can either be the weapons that fight for you or the chains that hold you down. When you declare victory over adversity, you are establishing a position of power. You are telling your soul, telling the world, and telling your situation that you will not be bound by temporary challenges. You will rise, you will overcome, you will succeed. That is the power of words. Words carry an energy that doesn't just affect the moment, it reverberates through time. When you speak life, you release something into the atmosphere that moves beyond your own experience, shaping the environment, influencing others, and making a lasting impact. You don't need to wait for others to speak life into you. You have the authority to speak life into yourself. Your words are the architects of your own destiny, the foundation upon which you build the future you desire. Speak as though you are already walking in that future, and watch how your words bring it into being. Your self-identity is the foundation of everything you do, think, and believe. It shapes how you see the world and how the world sees you. It influences your decisions, your relationships, and your actions. But most importantly, your self-identity is connected to your purpose, the reason you were created, the unique role you are meant to fulfill in this world. So often we base our identity on what others say about us, or on external circumstances, or even on past failures. But true identity comes from within, from understanding who you are at your core, and the purpose that only you can fulfill. You were not born by accident, nor are you a product of chance. You were created with intention and with greatness in mind. Your purpose is woven into the fabric of your being. It is a divine assignment that is uniquely yours. And no one else can do it quite like you can. The moment you begin to understand that your identity is tied to your purpose, you unlock a deeper level of motivation, confidence, and fulfillment. When you speak blessing over yourself, you are affirming the truth of who you are and the purpose you are meant to live out. You are declaring that you are not defined by your mistakes, your limitations, or the opinions of others. Your identity is not shaped by past failures or missed opportunities. Instead, it is rooted in the greatness that lies within you. When you recognize this, when you speak words that reflect your true identity, your life begins to align with the vision you have for yourself, the vision that is connected to your God-given purpose. Too many people live their lives disconnected from their true identity and purpose. They chase after validation from others or try to fit into molds that were never meant for them. But when you speak blessing upon yourself, you are aligning your words with your inherent value and purpose. You are reminding yourself that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are declaring that you are capable not because of what you've done or haven't done, but because of who you are, created with potential and endowed with the power to fulfill your purpose. Your purpose is not just about what you do, it's about who you are becoming in the process. It's the journey of discovering and living out your authentic self, not the version that others expect or want. When you speak blessing over your life, you're affirming that you are becoming the person you were created to be. You're committing to the path of growth and transformation that leads to the fulfillment of your purpose. This process requires you to reject any identity that doesn't align with your true self. You cannot allow other people's opinions or society's expectations to dictate who you are. Too many people allow their circumstances or failures to define them. But circumstances are just temporary. Your true identity is permanent. When you speak blessing over yourself, you're declaring that nothing, no past, no mistake, no setback can change who you are or what you are meant to accomplish. There is a deep power in aligning your words with your purpose. Every time you declare, I am worthy, I am capable, I am destined for greatness, you are reinforcing the truth of your identity. You are affirming that you are here for a reason, and that reason is important. Purpose is not just about achieving a goal. It's about fulfilling a calling. It's about being who you were meant to be and doing the work that only you can do. When you speak blessings over your identity, you are making an act of faith. You are choosing to believe that your life has meaning. that you have something valuable to offer the world. You are choosing to believe that you are not just a passive observer in life, but an active participant in shaping your destiny. Your words create the reality you live in. So when you speak blessing over your purpose, you are declaring that your life has significance, that you are on the path to becoming all that you were meant to be. And here's the truth: when you fully embrace your identity and purpose, you become unstoppable. You become a force for good, a force for change. Not only will your life be transformed, but the lives of those around you will be impacted as well. Your purpose is not just for you. It's for the people you were meant to inspire, to lead, to serve, and to bless. When you speak blessing over your life, you are also setting the stage for the ripple effect that will touch others. Your identity and purpose are not just about personal achievement, they're about making a meaningful impact in the world. A mindset of abundance is about seeing the world through a lens of possibilities, opportunities, and limitless potential. It is a way of thinking that believes there is more than enough for everyone, and that resources, whether they be time, wealth, love, or success, are not finite, but infinite. It stands in stark contrast to a mindset of scarcity, which is rooted in the belief that there is not enough to go around, that you have to fight for your share, and that others' success somehow diminishes your own chances of achieving greatness. The abundance mindset is not just about financial prosperity, although that is part of it. It's a holistic perspective that recognizes there is an abundance of opportunity, creativity, love, and goodwill in the world. When you embrace this mindset, you stop seeing life as a zero-sum game where someone else's success means your failure. Instead, you begin to understand that there is always room for more growth, more achievement, more joy. And when you speak blessing over your life with a mindset of abundance, you open yourself to receive that overflow. At the core of an abundant mindset is the belief that you are a participant in a universe that is generous and expansive rather than restrictive and competitive. The more you think in terms of abundance, the more you attract it into your life. You start to believe that there is enough for you, enough to go around, and that the success of others doesn't diminish your chances, but actually opens the door for more. It's also a mindset that encourages gratitude. Abundance begins with appreciating what you have right now, rather than focusing on what you don't have. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to sufficiency, from limitation to possibility. When you are grateful for what you already possess, whether it's your health, your talents, your relationships, or even your opportunities, you align yourself with the flow of abundance. Gratitude attracts more things to be grateful for. But to truly live with an abundant mindset, you must let go of fear and scarcity thinking. Scarcity tells you to hold tightly to what you have, to fear loss, and to protect what little you believe you have. An abundant mindset, on the other hand, says there is more where that came from. It understands that giving doesn't mean losing. Generosity, whether it's giving your time, your knowledge, your resources, or your love, is an act of faith that signals you trust there is more available to you. And when you give freely, you create a cycle of receiving that is far greater than what you could have imagined. The words you speak also play a powerful role in shaping your mindset of abundance. When you speak of possibilities, when you speak of opportunities, when you declare your belief in a future that is bright and full of promise, you are reinforcing the abundance that already exists in the world. Every time you say there is more than enough for me, you declare your willingness to embrace the fullness of life. On the other hand, when you speak in terms of lack, when you speak from a place of fear or limitation, you inadvertently close the door to the abundance that is already available. An abundance mindset also helps you move beyond jealousy or envy. When you truly believe that there is enough for everyone, you stop comparing yourself to others in a way that drains your energy. You begin to celebrate the success of others, knowing that their success does not take away from your potential. Instead, you see it as evidence of what is possible and as a reminder that there is always room for more. When you see someone else succeeding, you can look at their success not with bitterness, but with inspiration. It becomes proof of the fact that there are endless opportunities in this world. And if it's possible for them, it's also possible for you. An abundant mindset also demands that you step out of your comfort zone and embrace the idea that growth and progress require taking risks. Scarcity keeps you playing small, staying in the confines of what feels safe and predictable. Abundance calls you to stretch, to explore new possibilities, to step into new challenges. It says that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone on the path to greater success. With an abundance mindset, you are not afraid of failure, because you know that failure is simply part of the process. It doesn't diminish your worth or your chances. It is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. Living with a mindset of abundance also means recognizing your own value. You begin to see that your talents, your gifts, and your abilities are unique and essential to the world. You understand that you were created to add something valuable to the collective and that the world needs what you have to offer. When you speak blessing over your life, you are affirming that you are worthy of the abundance that surrounds you. You are reminding yourself that you are capable of achieving great things and that there is space for your success in the world. In an abundant mindset, there is no room for self-doubt or limitation. You stop seeing obstacles as insurmountable problems and start seeing them as opportunities to grow and innovate. You recognize that every challenge is part of the process of becoming who you are meant to be, and that every difficulty holds the seed of success within it. You understand that there is no shortage of solutions, no limit to your potential, and that with each day you are growing, evolving, and becoming more of the person you are meant to be. When you adopt a mindset of abundance, you don't just focus on what you lack, you focus on what you have, what you can give, and what you are capable of receiving. Your life becomes a reflection of the belief that there is more than enough for you and for everyone. It's a mindset that shifts you from a place of limitation to a place of freedom, joy, and unlimited possibility. Declaring victory over your circumstances is an act of faith, an exercise in authority, and a declaration that the situation you're facing will not define you. Too often, people allow their present difficulties to dictate their future. They allow a bad day, a season of hardship, or an unexpected setback to become the narrative of their lives. But true strength comes from the ability to see beyond the present, to look at a challenge not as a barrier but as an opportunity for growth and transformation. When you declare victory, you're speaking into the future you desire, not the current reality you're experiencing. The moment you declare victory over your circumstances, you take back control of the story you're living. Life may not always go as planned, and circumstances may seem overwhelming, but your words have the power to redefine your reality. Every difficulty, every obstacle, and every trial can become a stepping stone to greater strength, wisdom, and success. It's not about denying the existence of problems, it's about shifting your perspective to a higher level, understanding that victory is not a matter of if, but when. When you declare victory, you are essentially saying, this challenge will not defeat me. You are reminding yourself that no matter how hard things may get, you are equipped to handle them. It's a declaration that you will not be a victim of your circumstances. You will rise above them. Your circumstances may try to tell you that you're not enough, that you can't overcome, that the mountain is too high. But when you declare victory, you silence those voices. You give your heart the assurance that success is not an event or a destination, it's a process, and you're committed to seeing it through. This declaration is a powerful act of self-empowerment. When you speak victory over your life, you're choosing not to be controlled by fear, doubt, or external pressures. Instead, you're aligning your words with the truth of who you are, someone with infinite potential, someone with the strength to endure, and someone with the ability to thrive no matter what the circumstances may be. It is a bold proclamation that your current situation is temporary and that you are destined for something greater. What you speak has the power to shift the trajectory of your life. Words have the ability to change the atmosphere around you. When you declare victory, your mind, your emotions, and your spirit align with the truth of what you're saying. It's like planting seeds in the ground. Each declaration is a seed of faith that grows into the reality of your future. Your words don't just reflect your current state, they speak to the potential within you and the promise of better things ahead. Declaring victory over your circumstances doesn't mean you won't face struggles. It doesn't mean you won't have moments of doubt or weakness. But what it does mean is that you refuse to let those struggles define you. You will feel the pain, but you won't let it control you. You may experience setbacks, but you won't see them as final defeats. Instead, you will view them as lessons, as growth opportunities, as the necessary challenges that lead you to your greater purpose. Victory isn't something that always happens overnight. It's a journey. There will be moments when the circumstances seem to overwhelm you, when the road feels longer than you expected, when it feels like you've hit a dead end. But victory is declared in those moments too. It's in the struggle that your character is built. It's in the tough seasons that your resilience is tested. And it's in the face of adversity that you must remind yourself that no matter how difficult the journey is, you are already victorious. The outcome is already secured. The process of declaring victory is also about trusting the timing and plan of your life. When you speak victory, you affirm your belief that your life is not an accident or random happenstance. It is guided by purpose, and every experience, good or bad, is part of the larger story you are creating. Victory is not about rushing to the finish line. It's about embracing each step of the journey with faith, hope, and courage. Declaring victory is about seeing the possibilities within the problems. Every circumstance, no matter how negative it seems at first glance, carries within it the potential for something good to emerge. It's about shifting your mindset from seeing challenges as walls to seeing them as doors. Victory is a mindset that turns obstacles into opportunities for growth. When you speak victory, you are saying, I will find the lesson in this. I will come out stronger. I will come out wiser. I will come out better. The power of declaring victory is also rooted in the knowledge that you are not alone in your battles. Every victory you claim is not just your own. It is a testament to the support of those around you, the wisdom you've gained, and the strength that has been cultivated within you. And most importantly, it is a reflection of the divine purpose working in your life. When you declare victory, you are not only affirming your own power, but also your connection to something greater than yourself. It is through this connection that you find the courage to keep moving forward, no matter how impossible the journey may seem. As you declare victory over your circumstances, you are aligning your life with your higher purpose. You are refusing to be a passive observer of your life, but becoming an active participant in creating your future. Your words become the declaration of your faith, your strength, and your confidence in the face of adversity. And as you speak those words, you begin to see the reality of victory unfold before your eyes, because victory is not just a moment, it is a process, a state of mind, and a way of living. The power of declaration lies in its ability to shape and transform reality. A declaration is more than a simple statement or a wishful thought. It is a powerful affirmation of what you believe and desire to bring into existence. When you declare something, you are speaking into the future with authority, aligning your words with your vision, and activating the energy necessary to manifest that vision. This is not just about expressing hope or stating an intention. It is about recognizing that your words have a creative force that aligns with the laws of the universe. Declarations are not merely expressions of what you hope to achieve, they are expressions of faith. They reflect a deep conviction that the future you are speaking into existence is already on its way. Every time you declare something, whether it's I am successful, I am capable, or I am more than a conqueror, you are putting into motion forces that begin to work on your behalf. Your words connect you to your higher purpose and create a powerful synergy between your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Declarations are acts of belief, declaring that what you desire is already in motion. The act of declaring is not passive, it is active and intentional. It's a powerful way to align your inner world with the outer world you want to create. When you speak a declaration, you don't just hope it will happen, you affirm that it already has, or that it is already in progress. Your words carry with them a level of expectation that signals to the universe that you are ready to receive. The more confident and firm your declarations, the more you strengthen your belief, and the more you begin to see those declarations take shape in your reality. There is an incredible power in the spoken word, and it extends far beyond positive thinking. Words can build or destroy, empower or diminish, heal or harm. What you declare over your life directly influences the trajectory of your journey. If you constantly declare lack, fear, or doubt, those declarations will form the environment in which you live, keeping you trapped in a cycle of negativity. But when you choose to declare victory, abundance, and possibility, you create an environment of growth, opportunity, and success. Your words set the tone for what is to come. Declarations are also an act of reclaiming authority over your life. Life can sometimes feel like a series of events that happen to you, circumstances, challenges, and obstacles that seem to be beyond your control. But through declarations, you take control of the narrative. You acknowledge the challenges, but you refuse to let them define you. Instead, you declare your power over them. A declaration of victory isn't about ignoring the difficulties, it's about recognizing that you have the strength to overcome them. It's a conscious choice to speak success into existence, even when everything around you may suggest otherwise. When you declare, you are not waiting for permission from the outside world to believe in your dreams or potential. You are stepping into your power and giving yourself the authority to act on what you believe is possible. The act of declaration is a reminder that you are not a passive participant in your life, you are an active creator, shaping your reality with the words you speak. Another key aspect of declarations is their ability to overcome self-doubt and fear. Often the biggest obstacles we face are not external, but internal. We battle with limiting beliefs, past failures, and the fear that we are not capable of achieving what we truly desire. Declaring who you are and what you will accomplish is a way to silence the voice of doubt and reinforce your confidence. When you make a declaration, you are reminding yourself and the universe that you have what it takes. You are not bound by the limitations of the past or by what others may think of you. You are creating a new story, one where you are empowered, equipped, and unstoppable. Declarations also have the ability to transform your mindset. Your thoughts often dictate your actions, and your actions create your results. When you declare something over your life, it shifts your focus from what is currently in front of you to what you want to bring it to be. Your declarations become the catalyst for a new way of thinking, one that is rooted in possibility and aligned with your true potential. As you continue to declare your success, abundance, and victory, you begin to see the world through a new lens. The challenges that once seemed insurmountable become opportunities for growth, and the path forward becomes clearer. It's important to understand that declarations are not magical words that instantly make things happen. Instead, they are the foundation for creating momentum. They activate your faith and align your actions with your intentions. When you speak something into existence, you are setting the stage for your actions to follow. You don't simply declare your dreams, you begin to move towards them. Your declarations serve as a reminder to keep taking steps in the direction of your goals, knowing that as you speak, you are bringing those desires closer into alignment with your current reality. Declarations also help to clarify your purpose. When you speak your intentions aloud, you are affirming not just what you want, but who you are becoming. Your declarations remind you of your values, your vision, and the legacy you want to create. They clarify your purpose, directing your energy and focus to what truly matters. It's easy to get distracted by the noise of the world or by the expectations of others, but a firm declaration brings you back to the heart of who you are and what you are called to do. One of the most powerful aspects of declaration is its ability to build momentum. As you continue to speak with authority and conviction, the energy behind your words builds. Each declaration reinforces the belief in your success, and this belief begins to fuel your actions. The more you declare, the more you align with the reality you are creating. Your words begin to echo through your thoughts, your heart, and your actions, and before long, what you've been declaring begins to materialize in your life. It is important to understand that declaring isn't just a one-time event, it's a process. It's about consistently speaking your truth and holding onto your vision, no matter what challenges arise. Declarations are not just affirmations you say when things are going well, they are the foundation you build when things seem uncertain. The more consistent you are with your declarations, the more they shape your internal and external reality. The power of declaration lies in its ability to turn abstract thoughts into tangible reality. It is the process by which you take what exists only in your mind and spirit and bring it into the world. Your words have the ability to form and shape your destiny. What you declare, you empower. And as you continue to declare your victory, success, and abundance, you begin to see the world respond. And your life transforms into the vision you've been speaking into existence. Self-encouragement is one of the most powerful tools you can use to navigate through life's challenges and stay aligned with your goals. It's the act of motivating yourself, even when external support is lacking, and reinforcing your belief in your own potential. Too often we rely on others for validation, support, or praise, but true strength comes from within. When you cultivate the ability to encourage yourself, you empower your spirit, sharpen your resilience, and create an inner well of strength that no external circumstance can deplete. Self-encouragement is not about ignoring the difficulties you face or pretending that everything is fine when it isn't. It's about acknowledging the challenges and then choosing to speak hope, faith, and belief into your own heart. It's a conscious decision to look at your life through the lens of possibility rather than limitation. When you encourage yourself, you are actively refusing to be defeated by the obstacles in your path, and instead you choose to stand firm, knowing that you have the ability to rise above them. One of the greatest powers of self-encouragement is that it keeps you moving forward, even when progress feels slow or when the road ahead seems uncertain. Life is not always a straight line to success. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and times when it feels like you're not getting closer to your goals. In these moments, self-encouragement becomes the fuel that keeps you going. It's the voice that reminds you that every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress. It's the voice that tells you to keep going, to not give up, to trust that your efforts are not in vain. In a world that can often be loud, chaotic, and full of distractions, self-encouragement is an anchor. It's the still, quiet voice inside you that believes in your worth, your dreams, and your capacity for growth. It's the voice that tells you that you are enough, even when the world seems to tell you otherwise. By learning to encourage yourself, you are giving yourself the affirmation and confidence that you might sometimes seek from others, but in a more powerful and lasting way. You become your own greatest supporter, your own cheerleader, and your own source of motivation. Self-encouragement also allows you to challenge negative self-talk, which can be one of the biggest barriers to personal growth. The mind has a tendency to default to the negative, focusing on what you lack, on what you can't do, or on past failures. But when you practice self-encouragement, you intentionally shift that narrative. You begin to reframe your thoughts. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, you tell yourself, I may not know how yet, but I will figure it out. Instead of dwelling on your past mistakes, you remind yourself that those experiences are simply lessons that are guiding you toward your success. You recognize that you are more than your mistakes, more than your setbacks. You are a work in progress, capable of evolving, learning, and growing. Another benefit of self-encouragement is that it builds emotional resilience. Life will always throw challenges your way, and it's easy to become discouraged or overwhelmed when things don't go as planned. But when you practice encouraging yourself, you strengthen your emotional muscle. You learn to bounce back from adversity, knowing that each difficult moment is temporary. You remind yourself that you are bigger than any challenge, stronger than any obstacle, and capable of overcoming whatever comes your way. Self-encouragement is also about cultivating a mindset of possibility. Rather than seeing obstacles as insurmountable barriers, you begin to see them as opportunities for growth. You understand that every challenge is a chance to learn something new, to improve, and to get closer to your ultimate goal. When you encourage yourself, you refuse to see difficulties as roadblocks. Instead, you see them as stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to the person you are becoming and the dreams you are manifesting. At the heart of self-encouragement is the recognition that you are your own best advocate. While others may cheer you on, praise you, or offer advice, ultimately, you are the one who must believe in yourself and your potential. You are the one who must take responsibility for your actions and choices. Self-encouragement empowers you to take charge of your life. It's about acknowledging that you hold the key to your own happiness and success. When you believe in yourself, when you encourage yourself, you activate your inner power, open the door to limitless possibilities. Encouraging yourself is also a practice of self-compassion. We often show kindness to others, but we are much harder on ourselves. Self-encouragement involves recognizing that you are human, that you will make mistakes, and that you will face setbacks, but that doesn't make you any less worthy of success or happiness. You learn to treat yourself with the same care and understanding that you would give to a friend. You remind yourself that it's okay to stumble, to fall, and to feel uncertain. What matters is that you get back up, that you continue to believe in yourself, and that you keep moving forward with the faith that you can handle whatever comes your way. This self-encouragement also nurtures patience. Success doesn't happen overnight, and personal growth is not an instant process. It requires time, persistence, and a belief that the work you are putting in today will pay off tomorrow. By encouraging yourself, you reinforce the belief that every small effort, every step taken, and every lesson learned is part of a bigger journey. You remind yourself that you are moving closer to your goals with every action, even when you can't immediately see the results. The process of self-encouragement is also deeply tied to self-awareness. To encourage yourself effectively, you must know who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and your purpose. Self-encouragement comes from a place of knowing that you have unique gifts and abilities that the world needs. You recognize your potential, not as something you'll one day achieve, but as something you already possess. By affirming these truths about yourself, you start to embody the very qualities that you are encouraging yourself to develop. One of the most powerful aspects of self-encouragement is that it is a practice you can cultivate at any time, no matter where you are in life. It doesn't matter if you're facing a tough season or celebrating a win. Self-encouragement is a tool that works in all situations. In moments of doubt, it will lift you up. In moments of victory, it will keep you grounded and humble. It is a lifelong practice that strengthens the connection between your heart, your mind, and your spirit, helping you to remain resilient, focused, and aligned with your purpose. Self-encouragement is the foundation for living a life of confidence, resilience, and inner peace. It enables you to navigate the highs and lows of life with a sense of purpose, knowing that you are more than capable of handling whatever comes your way. When you encourage yourself, you tap into your true power, reminding yourself that you have everything you need within you to achieve greatness. Faith is the foundational force that shapes our lives and our experiences, providing the strength to overcome obstacles, the courage to take risks, and the hope to endure during difficult times. It is often misunderstood as simply believing in something without evidence, but true faith is deeper and more profound than that. Faith is a conviction, a trust in something greater than yourself, whether that be in a higher power, the natural order of life, or your own inner strength and potential. It is a belief in the unseen, a conviction that things will align, even when the path ahead is unclear or the circumstances are challenging. At its core, faith is about trust. It is the trust that you will make it through the storm, even when the waves seem too high and the winds too fierce. Faith is the knowing that you are not alone in your journey, that you are supported by something larger than yourself, whether it be the universe, the divine, or the inner strength you have within. This trust doesn't mean that you won't face struggles or that you will always have clear answers. It means that even in the face of uncertainty, you choose to believe that there is a purpose unfolding and that you are exactly where you need to be. Faith empowers you to keep moving forward when everything in your circumstances may be pointing you to stop. It is what propels you forward when the road is rough, when doubt creeps in, and when you feel like giving up. Faith acts as a lifeline, giving you the endurance to press on, knowing that every step, even if it feels like a small one, is part of a larger process. With faith, you can turn your "I can't" in an "I will," because it gives you the courage to try even when you don't know how things will turn out. It's the quiet confidence that no matter how impossible a task may seem, you are equipped to face it, and you will grow stronger through it. Faith is also the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It helps you to see beyond your current situation, to imagine a future that is filled with possibility and promise, even if that future is not immediately visible. Faith moves you from a place of limitation into a space of possibility. It opens your mind and your heart to the idea that what you are experiencing right now is not permanent. There are infinite possibilities for growth, change, and success that are just waiting for you to step into them. Faith is the belief that you are not confined by your present circumstances, but that you have the capacity to transform your life through perseverance, action, and trust in the process. One of the key elements of faith is patience. Faith often requires waiting for things to unfold, waiting for clarity, or waiting for the right opportunities. In our fast-paced world, this can be difficult as we often want instant results. But faith teaches us that things happen in their own time, and that the timing of life is often far greater than our understanding. Patience is an active ingredient of faith. It's about trusting that things are happening even when we can't see them. It's understanding that just like a seed planted in the ground, the process of growth is happening beneath the surface before we ever see the fruit. Faith allows you to trust the process even when it feels like progress is slow, and it helps you stay grounded when everything around you seems to be in motion. Faith also gives you resilience. It is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and disappointments, not because you deny the pain or the struggle, but because you trust that this moment is part of a greater journey. Faith reassures you that failure is not the end, it's an opportunity to learn, grow, and adjust your course. It is the belief that every obstacle you face, no matter how difficult, is a lesson that is preparing you for the success that is ahead. When you operate from a place of faith, you don't allow temporary setbacks to define you. Instead, you use them as stepping stones toward your greater purpose. Faith has a transformative power. It can change not just the circumstances around you, but your own internal state. When you trust in yourself and in the process, you release fear and doubt, and you open yourself up to hope and possibility. Fear often paralyzes us, keeping us stuck in a place of inaction or indecision. But when you have faith, you can move forward with boldness even in the face of fear. Faith allows you to break free from the limitations you've placed on yourself. It helps you realize that you are capable of achieving far more than you might have ever thought possible. With faith, you begin to see the world not as a place of scarcity, but as one of abundance, where there are endless opportunities for growth and success. Faith also involves the power of vision. When you have faith, you see what others may not see. You envision a future filled with possibility, even when the present is filled with challenges. Faith is the ability to see the unseen and to trust that the vision you hold in your heart is worth pursuing, even when the evidence around you does not seem to support it. It's about taking the first step in the direction of your dreams, knowing that the path will unfold as you walk it. This vision, this belief in what could be, is what keeps you moving forward. It serves as a compass that guides your actions, decisions, and mindset, even in the absence of certainty. Another profound aspect of faith is its ability to help you take bold action. Faith is not a passive belief that things will simply happen for you. It's an active trust that moves you to take decisive steps toward your goals, even when the outcome is uncertain. Faith is the energy that pushes you to act, even when you're not sure how things will turn out. When you step out in faith, you step out of your comfort zone. embracing uncertainty and risk. This is where growth happens when you take that first step, even though you don't know exactly where it will lead. Faith in yourself and in the process allows you to take that leap, knowing that the journey is just as important as the destination. Faith also connects you to a deeper sense of purpose. It helps you align with your true calling, reminding you that your life is not an accident and that you have a unique role to play in the world. Faith gives you the courage to follow your path, regardless of the opinions or expectations of others. It reassures you that the challenges you face are not random or meaningless. They are part of the story that is uniquely yours. When you have faith, you are more likely to pursue what truly matters to you, to stay true to your values, and to trust that every experience is contributing to the fulfillment of your purpose. Faith is a reminder that life is not just about achieving external success, but about becoming the person you were meant to be. It's about trusting the journey, no matter how difficult, knowing that it is shaping you into the individual you are becoming. It is through faith that we learn patience, resilience, courage, and strength. It is through faith that we come to understand that our true power lies not in controlling every circumstance, but in trusting ourselves in the process. Faith teaches us that the most important thing is not the end result, but the belief that we are capable of navigating the journey with grace, perseverance, and trust. Breaking negative cycles is one of the most powerful and transformative acts you can undertake in your life. It's about recognizing the patterns of behavior, thought, or emotion that keep you stuck in unproductive or harmful situations and making a conscious choice to change them. These cycles often arise from deeply ingrained habits, past experiences, or limiting beliefs that have formed over time. While these cycles may feel like they define you, they are not your identity, and they don't have to control your future. The power to break them lies within you, and it begins with awareness, understanding, and intentional action. The first step in breaking any negative cycle is awareness. You must be able to recognize the cycle for what it is, a repeating pattern that is keeping you from moving forward. This requires a level of honesty with yourself, as it's easy to deny or ignore these cycles, especially if they are familiar or have become a part of your life for a long time. Negative cycles often manifest in various forms, be it in relationships, your career, financial habits, self-esteem, or health, but they all have one thing in common: they create stagnation and prevent growth. By becoming aware of these patterns, you stop allowing them to operate unconsciously and you begin to take back control. Once you recognize the cycle, the next step is to understand it. You have to dig deeper to identify its root cause. Often these cycles are not random. They are formed by a combination of past experiences, fears, or limiting beliefs that were established in your formative years. They are coping mechanisms that you developed in response to certain circumstances, but over time they have become maladaptive. Understanding the source of these cycles allows you to see them for what they are: habits that were once survival strategies, but are now obstacles to your growth. This understanding helps you approach the process of breaking the cycle with compassion, not self-judgment. Instead of seeing yourself as someone who is flawed or stuck, you realize that you are someone who has been shaped by past experiences, but who is now capable of choosing a different path. The third step in breaking negative cycles is to recognize that change is a process, not an instant shift. It's easy to feel frustrated or defeated when things don't change overnight, but true transformation takes time. Breaking old habits requires persistence, patience, and consistency. Negative cycles often feel like they have power over us because they've been ingrained over years, sometimes even decades. They are like grooves in a record player. The needle keeps following the same path because that's what it knows. But the key to breaking that cycle is to take intentional, repeated actions that challenge the status quo. Every time you choose a different response, break a harmful behavior, or take a positive step, you are rewiring your mind and body to create a new pattern. Part of this process involves creating new, healthier habits to replace the negative ones. This is where the power of small, incremental changes comes in. It can be overwhelming to think about completely transforming your life overnight, but you don't have to make huge changes all at once. The key is to start with small shifts that align with the direction you want to go. These small changes create momentum, and over time, they add up to significant transformation. For example, if your negative cycle revolves around procrastination and fear of failure, starting with small, manageable tasks and celebrating each completed step can break the cycle of avoidance and self-doubt. In breaking negative cycles, it's also important to embrace discomfort. Change is often uncomfortable because it challenges what you know and asks you to step outside of your comfort zone. Negative cycles become comfortable, even if they are harmful, because they are familiar. But growth requires that you step into the unknown, and that can feel unsettling. When you begin to interrupt the negative pattern, You may feel resistance. Your mind may want to return to what is familiar and safe. But this discomfort is a sign that you are on the right path. It is a signal that you are doing something different, something that will ultimately move you forward. Instead of retreating when things feel hard, embrace the discomfort as part of the growth process. Another key aspect of breaking negative cycles is forgiveness, both of yourself and of others. Negative cycles are often perpetuated by unresolved wounds, grudges, or resentments that we hold on to. These emotional burdens can trap us in a cycle of anger, bitterness, guilt, or shame. By forgiving yourself for past mistakes and choosing to let go of the negative emotions associated with them, you create space for healing. Forgiveness doesn't mean that what happened was okay or that you're excusing harmful behavior. It simply means that you are choosing not to carry that pain with you anymore. When you forgive, you free yourself from the cycle of negativity that the pain of the past creates. And by forgiving others, you release yourself from the power that their actions have over you, allowing you to move forward without being held hostage by resentment. Support is another essential component in breaking negative cycles. While personal commitment and self-awareness are vital, no one is meant to go through life alone. Surrounding yourself with a supportive community can provide encouragement, accountability, and perspective. Whether that support comes from friends, family, a mentor, or a professional, having others who can help you stay on track, offer wisdom, and remind you of your strength can make a world of difference. Positive support systems act as a mirror, reflecting back to you the truth of who you are and the progress you're making. They can help you maintain focus when you feel tempted to slip back into old patterns, offering reassurance that change is possible. Breaking negative cycles also requires an unwavering commitment to self-love and self-compassion. As you work to shift your behaviors and thoughts, you may face moments of failure, setbacks, or discouragement. During these times, it is critical that you show yourself kindness. Negative cycles can often be reinforced by self-criticism and harsh judgments. When you fall short of your goals or struggle with the process, instead of berating yourself, practice gentleness and encouragement. But remind yourself that change takes time and that setbacks are simply part of the learning process. The more you nurture yourself through this journey, the more likely you are to break free from the old patterns that have held you back. One of the most powerful ways to break negative cycles is to reframe your beliefs about yourself and your future. Negative cycles are often rooted in limiting beliefs about your worth, your potential, or your ability to change. These beliefs are powerful because they shape how you see yourself and what you believe is possible. By consciously reframing these beliefs, you shift the entire narrative. Instead of thinking, I always mess up, you can shift to, I am capable of change. And I learn from every experience. Instead of thinking, I'll never be successful, you can embrace the belief. Success is a journey, and I am moving toward it. Every day, these new beliefs create a positive feedback loop that reinforces your commitment to breaking negative cycles. Breaking negative cycles is about reclaiming your power. It's about choosing to no longer be defined by past patterns or limitations. It's about knowing that no matter how long you've been stuck in a cycle, you have the ability to change. The key is to stay committed to the process, to keep pushing forward, even when it's difficult, and to trust that each positive action you take will lead you closer to the life you desire. Negative cycles may feel ingrained, but they are not invincible. With awareness, understanding, intentional action, and perseverance, you can break free. And in doing so, you will create space for new cycles of growth, abundance, and positive transformation. Consistency is often the difference between success and failure, between achieving goals and falling short. It is the ability to show up day in and day out, regardless of how you feel, what challenges you face, or how far away your goal seems. The power of consistency lies in its simplicity and in its cumulative effect. Small actions taken repeatedly over time compound to create massive change, even when those actions feel insignificant in the moment. Whether it's in your personal development, career, relationships, or health, consistency is the thread that weaves success together. One of the most important aspects of consistency is the idea of commitment. It's easy to be motivated in the beginning when everything is new and exciting, but what sets successful people apart is their ability to stay committed even when the initial excitement fades. Motivation may give you the energy to start, but consistency gives you the strength to finish. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it, putting in the effort even when you don't see immediate results. This type of commitment is what builds momentum. Each small, consistent effort lays the foundation for the next, creating a positive feedback loop that pushes you forward even when the results aren't visible right away. In the beginning, the progress you make may seem slow. You might not notice any dramatic changes after a few weeks of effort, and that can be discouraging. This is where consistency really proves its worth. Success is rarely instantaneous. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but those small actions are adding up, whether you realize it or not. Over time, those daily habits and routines create shifts that compound into tangible outcomes. A small effort, repeated consistently, is far more powerful than a large, sporadic effort. The secret to long-term success is not in bursts of intense activity, but in the ability to keep showing up and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. One of the reasons consistency is so powerful is because it builds trust in yourself and in the process. When you commit to something and follow through on it consistently, you begin to develop self-discipline, which is one of the key ingredients of success. The more you prove to yourself that you can follow through, the more your self-confidence grows. This creates a cycle of trust where you believe in your ability to stick to your commitments. And the more trust you have in yourself, the more likely you are to take action and make progress. Additionally, the process itself, whether it's a fitness routine, learning a new skill, or building a business, becomes a series of predictable, manageable steps, and you start to see the pattern of progress unfold. Consistency also helps you to stay focused on the long-term goal. It's easy to get distracted by short-term challenges or setbacks, but consistency is about keeping your eyes on the bigger picture. Life is full of distractions, temptations, and detours, but when you're consistent, you're able to block out the noise and focus on what truly matters. Even on days when you're tired, frustrated, or uninspired, the commitment to showing up for your goals keeps you on course. It's about building resilience, the ability to press on despite obstacles and setbacks. The more consistently you act in alignment with your values and goals, the more likely you are to develop the habits and mindset that will lead you to success. In some ways, consistency also removes the pressure of perfection. When you know that your goal is achieved over time through small, consistent actions, it frees you from the need to get everything right from the start. Perfectionism can be paralyzing, causing you to hesitate, overthink, or procrastinate. Consistency, however, is not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. You don't have to get everything right, you just need to keep taking steps, even if they're imperfect. In fact, failure is often part of the process, and consistency allows you to bounce back from mistakes without losing momentum. It teaches you to learn from setbacks and adjust your approach, rather than giving up entirely. But consistency builds discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when it's uncomfortable, inconvenient, or not immediately gratifying. It's about following through on the actions that align with your values and your long-term objectives. Discipline is the muscle that strengthens with consistent use, and over time it becomes a natural part of who you are. A disciplined person doesn't rely solely on motivation or willpower to get things done. They build systems and habits that support their goals and keep them on track, even when their energy or mood fluctuates. There is also something deeply rewarding about consistency. As you stick to your commitments, you begin to feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. You see that your small efforts are paying off, and that feeling of progress reinforces your desire to keep going. Consistency allows you to witness the unfolding of your own growth and development, and this ongoing progress becomes its own reward. The more you make consistent efforts, the more you feel the momentum building, which gives you the energy and motivation to continue. Each step forward, no matter how small, strengthens your resolve and your belief that you are capable of achieving your goals. Consistency also allows you to refine and adjust your approach over time. The beauty of consistency is that it doesn't require you to have all the answers at once. As you keep showing up and doing the work, you learn. You identify what's working, what's not, and where you can improve. The constant practice and effort give you the clarity and insight to adjust your strategy. Instead of expecting to get everything right from the beginning, you understand that you'll improve and fine-tune as you go. This flexibility is important because it allows you to evolve your approach without abandoning your ultimate objective. Consistency helps you build habits that make achieving your goals automatic. The more you repeat positive behaviors and align them with your long-term vision, the more they become ingrained in your daily routine. Habits are powerful because they eliminate the need for constant decision-making. When consistency turns your actions into habits, your goals stop feeling like distant dreams and become part of your everyday reality. When things become habitual, you no longer have to rely on motivation to take action. You simply do the work because it has become a natural part of your life. The consistency you develop in one area of your life can also spill over into other areas. If you are consistent in your health, for example, you may find that you also develop greater consistency in your career, relationships, or personal growth. This is because consistency builds self-mastery. The more you prove to yourself that you can stay committed to one thing, the more you strengthen your ability to stay committed to other things. It creates a mindset of, if I can do this, I can do anything, which fuels your confidence and encourages you to take on even bigger challenges. Consistency does require a mindset shift. It's about moving away from seeking instant gratification and embracing the idea that real, lasting success is a result of sustained effort. In today's world of quick fixes, overnight success stories, and instant results, it's easy to forget that the most meaningful achievements are often the result of slow and steady progress. Consistency teaches you the value of patience and persistence, helping you develop the grit to stay focused and stay the course, even when things don't happen as quickly as you'd like. Consistency is the cornerstone of personal growth. It's through consistent effort that you learn the most about yourself. You discover your strengths, your weaknesses, and your capacity for resilience. It's through facing challenges over time and sticking to your commitments that you develop the character, discipline, and wisdom needed to succeed. The person you become as a result of your consistency is often more valuable than the achievement itself, because you have transformed yourself into someone who is capable of overcoming anything. In the end, consistency is key because it turns your dreams into tangible realities. It transforms abstract goals into concrete outcomes. It builds momentum, fosters growth, and develops the discipline necessary to keep going when the going gets tough. The power of consistency lies in its ability to turn small, everyday actions into extraordinary results, proving that with time, persistence, and unwavering commitment, anything is possible. Generational impact is one of the most profound ways we can shape the future, yet it often begins in ways that feel small or unnoticed in the present moment. The actions, decisions, and values we instill in our lives today have the potential to reverberate far beyond our own existence, influencing not just our children, but grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and even generations yet to be born. The idea that we can have an impact that transcends our lifetime is both humbling and inspiring. It reminds us that we are part of something much larger than ourselves, and that our choices matter in ways we may not even fully understand. One of the key elements of generational impact is the example we set. We often think of legacy in terms of wealth, accomplishments, or material gifts, but one of the most lasting legacies we can leave is how we live. Our behavior, mindset, and the way we approach life are powerful models for those who follow us. Children, for example, are particularly attuned to the actions of their parents, caregivers, and role models. They may not always hear what we say, but they're always watching what we do. The habits we form, the way we treat others, and the choices we make today will influence the way the next generation perceives the world and navigates their own challenges. By being intentional about the values we live by, we shape a narrative that future generations will carry forward. The mindset we adopt can also have a ripple effect that reaches across generations. A mindset of abundance, growth, and possibility not only improves our own lives, but teaches future generations to approach life with the same sense of hope and potential. On the other hand, a mindset of scarcity, limitation, and fear can perpetuate cycles of struggle, self-doubt, and missed opportunities. This is why our mindset and how we choose to perceive ourselves, the world, and our possibilities play such a crucial role in shaping the future. When we choose to live with a mindset of possibility, we encourage our children and those around us to do the same. They inherit not just our material wealth, but our way of thinking, our resilience, and our sense of self-worth. Generational impact is also shaped by the values and principles we pass on. Whether we realize it or not, we are always teaching, whether it's through direct instruction or the way we carry ourselves in daily life. The values of integrity, respect, kindness, hard work, and perseverance are often passed down in ways that transcend time. What's moral in one generation becomes internalized in the next. If a parent models honesty and responsibility, for example, their children are likely to adopt these traits as well. This passing on of values can create a legacy of strength, compassion, and resilience that becomes part of the family culture. These values can also act as anchors during times of difficulty, reminding future generations of the principles that guide their decisions and actions. Education, too, plays a central role in generational impact. It's not just formal education that shapes a generation, but the knowledge, skills, and mindset we cultivate in the home and within our communities. The pursuit of knowledge, the love of learning, and the belief that growth is possible are all things that can be passed down. It's not just the subjects learned in school that matter, but the attitude toward learning itself. If we show our children the value of education, whether it's formal schooling, self-education, or experiential learning, they inherit a mindset that is open to growth, innovation, and change. Education can be a powerful vehicle for breaking generational cycles, providing opportunities and creating upward mobility. When we invest in education, both intellectual and emotional, we equip the next generation with the tools they need to build a better life for themselves and their communities. Our family dynamics and relationships also play an important role in shaping generational impact. The way we interact with each other, the way we resolve conflict, and the way we communicate leaves a lasting mark. Healthy, loving relationships create a foundation for children to understand how to form their own healthy relationships. When we demonstrate emotional intelligence, empathy, and effective communication in our own relationships, we show the next generation how to navigate their own interpersonal dynamics. Conversely, if we model unhealthy patterns of communication or unresolved conflict, these patterns are likely to repeat themselves in future generations. By prioritizing emotional health and fostering positive relationships, we give future generations the tools to build strong, loving bonds. Generational impact is often about breaking negative cycles. There may be patterns of behavior, thought, or circumstances that have been passed down from generation to generation. These can include financial struggles, unhealthy relationship dynamics, addiction, or limiting beliefs. When we recognize these patterns and choose to break them, we not only free ourselves, but also create a path for the next generation to walk down that is different from the one we inherited. This act of breaking cycles takes courage, but it is one of the most powerful ways to create a positive generational impact. By choosing healing, growth, and change, we can offer future generations a better foundation from which to build their own lives. One of the most powerful aspects of generational impact is the concept of empowerment. The more we empower those around us, especially the younger generation, the more they are able to carry forward the torch of progress, improvement, and possibility. Empowerment means giving others the confidence, skills, and resources they need to take ownership of their own lives. When we encourage independence, critical thinking, and the belief in their own abilities, we empower future generations to make their own choices and create their own paths. This creates a cycle of empowerment where each generation lifts up the next, helping them rise higher and achieve more than the previous generation. The role of sacrifice in generational impact cannot be underestimated. Many of the choices we make today, particularly the sacrifices we make for the benefit of others, will not be fully appreciated until much later, if at all. But the fruits of those sacrifices will be felt by future generations. When we make decisions that prioritize long-term well-being over immediate gratification, we are planting seeds that may not blossom in our lifetime, but will bear fruit for generations to come. Whether it's financial investments, choosing health and well-being, or making decisions that create a positive environment for others, these actions create a foundation of opportunity, security, and well-being for those who follow us. Legacy is also shaped by the communities we build and contribute to. The relationships we cultivate with others, whether they are family, friends, or people in our broader community, create a network of support that can be passed down. Strong communities provide resources, guidance, and a sense of belonging, and they act as a support system for generations to come. The generosity of spirit, the commitment to service, and the willingness to help others, all of these actions build a legacy of collective strength that can uplift future generations. When we contribute to the greater good, we create a ripple effect that extends far beyond our own immediate circle, creating a more positive environment for the next generation. The impact we have on future generations is not about achieving perfection or even about accomplishing monumental feats. It's about living intentionally with purpose and making decisions that align with the values and vision we want to pass down. It's about being aware that every choice we make today can plant a seed that grows into something far larger than we could ever anticipate. The power of generational impact lies in the belief that our lives matter, that the values we live by, the sacrifices we make, and the love we share will leave a lasting imprint that shapes the world long after we're gone. The way we live today, how we treat others, how we face challenges, how we grow and learn creates the foundation for future generations to stand on. And in this way, our lives become part of a larger story, one that continues to unfold long after we've played our part. The power of generational impact is a reminder that our lives are not lived in isolation. Every choice we make, every action we take, and every value we instill has the potential to echo through time, shaping the lives of those who come after us. The legacy we leave is not simply in the things we accumulate, but in the way we live, the lessons we impart, and the relationships we nurture. It's easy to feel that our individual efforts are small or insignificant. But remember, change happens one step at a time, one person at a time. The impact of your decisions today The sacrifices you make, the love you give, and the principles you live by will ripple out into the lives of future generations, often in ways you will never see, but that will continue to affect the world long after you're gone. So let us be intentional with our choices. Let us be mindful of the example we set. Let us break the cycles that limit progress and create the foundations of abundance, growth, and love for the generations to come. We are all part of a much larger story, a story that stretches across time and generations. And in this story, the chapters we write today will serve as the legacy for tomorrow. Your life matters. Your choices matter. And you have the power to create a lasting positive impact on the generations that follow. So go forward with purpose, knowing that the seeds you plant today will one day bear fruit for a harvest far greater than you can imagine. The legacy you build now is the future you leave behind. And in that future, may your influence continue to inspire, uplift, and empower those who come after you to dream, to grow, and to live with the same courage and conviction you demonstrated in your own life. The impact you make today will echo through eternity. Make it count.